Hey guys, it is Ben Glasscock, aka BLG Strength, and welcome back to the YouTube channel. I do apologise for the hiatus, I tend to do this, but we're hoping to be back a little bit more regularly. As you can see, we've got a really nice setup today. I'm sitting on an Atlas stone. It's very strong, man, and I'm very happy with it. We've got Conrad, aka Whittack Shots, behind the camera. A little bit about me. As of recently, I've just done England's Strongest Man 2024. I came 5th. I've gone from the backyard novice level, starting from scratch. I came from powerlifting, but I started strongman from absolute scratch. And now to becoming top 5 at a Giants live show. We're going to do a little recap, little rundown. I'm going to give my reaction to my performance at England's Strongest Man, and hopefully get some insights, a little bit of entertainment, and some fun from it.
One more, please raise it up and welcome Mr. Ben Glasscock!
Honestly, that is such a buzz. The walkout is one of my absolute favourite parts of the show. Last year, even though I was super nervous and it was my first time doing anything like that, it was just awesome. The adrenaline, the buzz, you feel the crowd, you hear the crowd. Definitely one of my favourite bits of the day. I love soaking that in. Thank you, Official Strongman, for doing such awesome live streams. And guys can go and subscribe and get a membership on officialstrongman.com. Loading medley was up first. 4 implements in this one. Doing this first to the show was pretty savage because it just sort of gasses everyone out, gets your hamstrings burning. And there was a bit of talk from my friends, people who watch the live stream, that I sort of held back a bit. I didn't at all. Just when you're tired and in that medley and sort of running out of gas, moving like you're moving through treacle or mud, no matter how fit you are, it does get you within that 40 seconds of effort. So I want to say I came 6th, which is great for me, to be honest with you. I had to change my pickup on the anvil, so I was originally going to sort of hoik it up and then catch it under, but the arm grooves that are in the anvil were a little bit dodgy, and so I just ended up wrenching it and sort of waddling with it a bit, which actually I think paid off. So it was a good one. I felt very efficient with everything. I felt very fast, fit, but yeah, it's an easy one to fumble. So I was very happy with how I did, and it was a really good start to the show. Next up was the dumbbell press for reps. So it was 90 kilos, but it's not even a normal like loadable monster dumbbell or circus. It's this big, massive, very, very awkward to use, as people who've used it will tell you. So I ended up getting 5 reps, which for me was really good. I think that's about mid-table as well. So for an overhead, that's about right. I'm not the biggest overhead presser, but I find myself to be quite technical. I can really use my legs and sort of jerk under it and catch it. So we had some warm-ups with like a replica, so I actually felt pretty confident going into it. But doing it on the big stage is just different. It's all well and good doing it in the gym, doing it in the warm-up area. When you actually have to touch that implement, it's different. I missed my 2nd rep, but I was really, really chuffed with my composure. I didn't panic. I didn't look around, and get like annoyed. I literally was like, right, you've got to get straight back in there. You've only got 60 seconds. But I heard one of my competitors, Will Relf, who did very well himself, first Giants live show. Oh my God, look at my neck rolls, man. I've got such a fat neck, Jesus Christ. So I heard him say behind me, use your legs more. And I was like, yeah, I do need to use my legs more. So I started using my legs more. And then 3rd rep, nailed it. 4th rep, I was starting to get fatigued. That clean was getting heavy. But then I saw I had, 12 seconds left, something like that. I was like, right, I'm getting another one. So cleaned it straight up and just went for it. And then you'll see I love this picture. Obviously locked the dumbbell out and I look at the crowd and I'm like, yeah. So I'm chuffed for that. Yeah, as you can see in my post interview.
A lot of events to come, mate, and 2 very solid athletes here waiting to go next. Where do you think that'll finish you? Do you?
Not entirely sure. Can't control what the big guys do, but I'm very happy with that, and 3 good events to come, so see how we go.
Next event 3 was the deadlift. It was 350 kilos for reps. And again, it's just not your standard setup. It's that Giants live setup, fixed axle, these massive like globe dome things for the weights on the side, and it's an insanely awkward setup to use. I need to try and replicate it if I get back to a Giants live show like this, because it's very difficult. It makes the bar very hard to lock out. It almost feels like it's coming away from you the whole time. And when you're not naturally a good deadlifter, which I would say that I'm not, I've had to work really hard on my deadlift, it's tough. But anyway, going into the event, I was against Kane Francis, who actually ended up winning the show. He's a bit of a legend. Last year, on this same setup, it was 320 kilos. I got 2 reps, and that was absolutely maximal for me. This year, I felt confident to get 2 reps on 350, which would be great progress for me. And I've recently sort of got myself a new suit, built a lot better for me, and I've learned how to actually top-down brace. So, breathe at the top, follow myself down in a suit, which has been massively game-changing. So I ended up getting 3 reps on this 350 kilo deadlift. and I think I could have ground out a fourth. I should have gone for it. At this end bit here, you know, you'll see Kane just goes for this rep, just fails it, sort of sits on his knees, ends up eating the platform. You know, my first thought, like, I was gassed, guys. I couldn't breathe in that suit. Like, you know, you can't breathe. But I was like, you know, if he rolls over, it could be bad. So I went straight over to him. Sure, he's all right, you know. You got to look after your fellow competitors. Just because you competed with them. Everyone backstage was so chill, so nice. I had such a laugh backstage. Everyone was just chill, man. Really good time. And this was a great event for me. Super happy with the progress.
Up the ladders, please.
Why can't I? Okay. Moving on to the Wrecking Ball hold. This was a really cool event. I was looking forward to this. As hard as it was to train for, doing this bodge job setup at James's Valkyrie HQ. He replicated it pretty well, to be fair, and I was actually really happy with how that training went for it. On okay grip, but I was told by a lot of people that this is more lower back and hamstrings. Press your fingers into your legs to get a little bit more grip. So I knew I had to stay in a good solid position for this in terms of not letting my back fold too much. Just grit it out. I wanted you to pick it up at the same time, which is tough, so you made sure I was really in a good position before I did. Stood up with it nice and solid, and the thing is, guys, it's such a big implement with weights in it that it starts swinging around, and that just sort of puts you off for the first 10 seconds. You're getting set, and I feel like time moved very slow. Then I heard Lawrence Charlet, who was one of the commentators, he said, and they're coming up to a minute, and I was like, really? I was like, right, you better keep holding. I want at least a minute on this thing. Thing's burning after about 30 seconds. Not so much your grip, a little bit in your fingers, but primarily those hamstrings, your lower back, and a little bit in your glutes, because it's just pulling you forward. That's when people start to sort of die off on this, when it pulls you forward. Ironically, I probably think I could have done another 3 or 4 seconds. I feel like I thought it was about to touch the floor, so I like stopped. But I think shoulda, woulda, coulda. You always have that kind of regret after an event like that. I could have done more. It's like, could you? Probably not. I think he came 8th. To put that into perspective, guys, at World Tour Finals last year, the best time was Evan Singleton with 1 minute 15. And my time would have taken 2nd place. So to be coming 8th in this lineup shows you what kind of grips there were on this event. Shows you what kind of times. And, you know, like, everyone here deserved to be here fully. Everyone here has massive numbers. And the standard was just unbelievable. So, you know, I was chuffed with this event overall. The final event was the Stones. You know, just a prerequisite on this. This is like a dream for me. You know, when I saw we were doing Stones in part of the event lineup, I was like, yes. Giant's live stone run is like, since I started Strongman, was like the coolest event for me to watch. Ended up coming 3rd, just behind Paddy, like literally just behind him. And then Kane did a storming run. No one was beating that. So he did like 18.5 seconds. You'll see, guys, I'm just flying through this run. Loved it. Big extensions. You know, made sure all the stones are on the platform. And then just celebrate at the end, because I was like, that's just, you know, such a cool thing for me to have done. And to know that I didn't drop any time, I couldn't have gone any quicker, was just awesome. So yeah, I was super chuffed with that to end the show. Saw a couple of the guys, they like ripped their shirts or it pulled them down with the tacky. That's why I always wear a soft belt over the top, you can see, because it stops the shirt from getting in the way and it stops it from lifting up when you do the stones to the higher platforms. You know, if you've got tacky on, it will stop those mistakes.
Today I felt like I really held my own, actually deserved to be here. Although I know on that my friend James, who I train stone with every week, will go, you didn't get sub 20. But I'm happy regardless. That is superb for me. That's a dream come true. Giant's live stone run, that's awesome.
Ladies and gentlemen, what a day he's had. Mr. Ben Glasgow.
So I hope you enjoyed that video, guys. Just a little recap and reaction to my England's Strongest Man 2024 performance, where I came 5th place. Thanks for the footage, Official Strongman. Obviously, thank you for everyone who did come and support me. My lovely parents, Luke, Kitty, Joe, Ash from the gym. I really appreciate you guys, and it meant a lot for you to come. And also to Emily, who helped me backstage, my lovely girlfriend, who helped me backstage, got all my t-shirts ready, kept me calm. A big improvement for me mentally and physically. And I feel like it's just yet another stepping stone in where I'm trying to go, what I'm trying to do. Stay tuned for more on YouTube. Thank you, Comrade, for coming back, reigniting this thing. Keep up with me on Instagram, BLG Strength. We're running our Hampshire's Strongest 2024 comp coming up at Valkyrie HQ, which is going to be incredible. Got some big stuff coming there. That's going to be end of August. And yeah, much more to come, guys. I will see you soon.